Women's finals underway in Dubai. Australia and New Zealand go again. The bell sounds and it goes into the hands of the veteran player, Sarah Hiddeny. New Zealand with first possession. Stefano, good heavy contact from Tia Hines. And look at Nessa trying to get on this and might be able to win it back for Australia. She does great work from the Aussie skipper in tandem with her number 9. Attacking chance here for Australia straight away. Tegan Levi looks to ghost away. Hiddeny just about drags her down. Brilliant work from Tegan to stay in field and offload the ball. Now Paki, they've got an overlap here. If they can dish it off to Nathan, it's a wonderful ball between the cousins. And now Faith Nathan slices between the New Zealand defenders to open the scoring with a magnificent strike. Faith Nathan.
Oh wow, we knew it was going to be a try fest. We didn't quite realise it was going to happen so quickly. All came from that turnover from Nessa. That was the collision, the dominance. So quick, low body position, strong over it. And then it was just that immense skill set, that handling that we know Australia have. Sliced through the New Zealand defence.
Tia Hines will ease this conversion over from in front and give Australia 7 points to 0. Faith Nathan, well, she's bagged 7 this weekend in the shadow of her teammate there, Madison Levi, on 14. The most in a single, the most equal in a single tournament. This gone in the direction of Levi. Just did enough to get a fingertip on this, and now it's New Zealand's turn to try and win some possession back, but Australia look after it well. Kaslik again, that little ghosting move. Oh, Pody Lane just got her. Kaslik was gone for all money, but for Reese Pody Lane's intervention. Here's Tegan Levi again. It's been all Australia in these opening stages. Hines.
She was offside.
Australia catching New Zealand offside. Advantage here for Nessa to play with. Gets rid of one. Can't find it past Felix Hotham though. And she looked to launch herself. Tegan Levi, and it's with Nathan again. New Zealand drifting across, finding the hole. Miller all over Levi, wants to just heave it back. Australia all the ball, and now they get to the other edge and they get towards the superstar try scorer if they're going to use it. Kaslik going herself, and now she's going to hand it in. Oh, Levi, great tackle, Tenetti. Try saver for sure, but it's still there for Australia with Nassa. And now Paki working in the middle, taking those big meters, those hard yards for Australia again. New Zealand having to make tackle after tackle. Miller and Tegan Levi, and it's Tegan Levi who gets away from Georgia Miller, wins the one-on-one battle and gets Australia's second try.
Oh wow, that was a long series of play. Both teams were feeling that one. It's possibly the only time I think Madison Levi ever gets tackled is when she plays New Zealand. They're the only team that can keep hold of her. But it was up to her sister for the bit of magic this time.
Five.
Initially deals with the fend on Georgia Miller. It's a little bit of a look, a little bit of a dummy, and then she slices through.
Chance to convert her own try from a decent range, does so as well. Great kick. 14 points to 0. Australia have flown out of the blocks in this final. Hiddeny brings it down for New Zealand. Chance finally to get some, whoa, hands on ball. It's a little shaky, but here it is for Miller, and there's a big hole opening up. Miller trying to push her way away. Kaslik chasing hard and slipping off the tackle and allows Georgia Miller. She had to get the bit between the teeth to Georgia Miller. She was beaten at one end and scores at the other.
Yeah, retaliation straight away. Georgia Miller, such a cool customer. Never really looks like she's running full pelt. Although I know she is because she's moving very quickly, but just so relaxed on the ball. Look, just sees the space in front of her and backs herself. Look how calm she is here. She knows that Kaslik's going to get her. She's waiting for it. There, she leans into it, tips her body to be able to use all her strength to just fend Kaslik off and then jogs it in.
New Zealand peg one back as Reese Pody Lane converts, so 14 points to 7. Entertaining first half. This is, oh, Levi spills it. just had a look up at the lights, and now's a
Offside.
penalty. Paki was offside on the floor as she played that ball, so mistake from Australia allows New Zealand to attack through Felix Hotham. Good tackle, Kaslik. Around the corner they come, Mahina Paul. Here's Miller again, trying to go between Tegan Levi and Charlotte Kaslik. That's tough stuff, but now there's some space on the edge here. Kaslik's working hard again on defence. Stops Felix Hotham, but can't stop Reese Pody Lane. And just as Australia went 2 quick scores down one end, New Zealand have done exactly the same at the other.
Yeah, Kaslik working so hard there, been multiple tackles, straight up off the deck, looking for more work, but the support play from New Zealand was too good.
Kick from wide is just going to shave the face of the uprights. New Zealand fans, they start them young. That is a mum working overtime.
Time is off. 65 substitution. 65.
14 points to 12. Australia stay in front as we head towards the final minute of this first half. Demi Hayes coming on to the action for Soraya Paki.
Thank you. Time is back on.
This time Levi is assured with possession. It's a little tricky, but the bounce is kind enough for
Tackle,
Hayes.
Black. Thank you.
Miller does well to roll off that ball there. There's Australia again through Nasser. What an engine she's got, the new captain. Levi dragged down, and then so is Hines, but Australian bodies keep coming, and a little kick, and that has worked out to perfection from Levi to Kaslik. Both teams on top of their game at the moment. Nasser dragged down by Miller. Numbers here for Australia, though. Space for Nathan. Coming across at her is Paul and Pody Lane, and that is Pody Lane. Perfection, so good in that area. Again, Australia recycle, both teams really good with ball in hand, and now it's Nasser, the new captain, leading her side in a final for the first time, and will score under the post just on the stroke of the halftime break. Bella Nasser.
Oh, it was a lovely show and go. Just about had the legs to finish it off after a hard chase down. Look, she sells it with the look. The dummy on the inside just catches both defenders off guard. Has the pace to get through and then just about holds on to it.
All of a sudden realised she just needed to have a little bit more bit of gas, didn't she? Go one more time. Really important strike from Australia's captain. The analysis will go in the stands. It's Australia leading 21-12 at halftime. See Pody Lane goes shallow, and Maddie Levi plucks it away. What's key here, Philippa, for these teams out of the break?
Possession. You really do feel that whoever has the ball is going to be the most threatening. They're the ones that are going to score. There's so little between these two teams. So that there for Maddie Levi to get up in the air, perfect, brilliant, but she had to get to deck. She was looking for her players to join in. You can see them talking to her. They need to hit that now. As it's held up, it's turnover for New Zealand.
Crouch.
It's not often you see Maddie Levi held in that situation. Tineti's strength.
Set.
Corey Sweeney, the New Zealand coach, watching on for Pody Lane as it comes away for the New Zealand vice-captain. Here's Setefano on the switch. Going to have to pin the ears back. Teresa Setefano, the veteran player, comes up with a big score straight after half-time for New Zealand.
Awesome line from Stefano, but it was the pull, the drag from Pody Lane. It has to be close enough to the defence that you entice them and pull them across, but you have to stay away enough to be able to get that ball. And she times that to perfection. Just pulls Kaslik far away enough to create that hole.
She's a woman with as many accolades as some of the star names we've known, but doesn't always have her name in lights. But what a cog she's been in this team, Teresa Setefano. Such an important try. Kick is away again, so it's still Australia by 4, 21-17. Same option again, New Zealand going down towards Levi. This time she gets rid of Tineti, who comes flying back at her. And in the way as she threw the offload was Miller. Gee, there's some hustle from the number 88 for New Zealand, Teneti. She's up for the challenge. Taking her opportunities again. There's the switch. Poldy Lane, one way then the other, twisting the Australian defenders. New Zealand's runners. Paul, big numbers wide here for Miller, and now Teneti gets a kind bounce on the half volley. Looking to take on Demi Hayes. Boshes her off. Gets the arms free with a ball back in field for Manaya Nuku. And a try to put New Zealand in front.
Oh, New Zealand have just put the burners on, haven't they? Whatever was said at halftime, it's working. They're getting that possession. They're being ruthless with it. Using that physicality. Watch this. Demi Hayes sat down. She rides the next tackle and gets the offload away. Great play.
You have that time to make the decision, not to go for the short offload to Miller, but to find her, to find Nuku further.
That's just from the hours and hours and hours of training that they've had. They just know one another. They know the type of lines that each individual is going to play.
I think there's somebody coming off.
Conversion goes over for New Zealand this time, 24-21. Demi Hayes is going to the side. I think it's a blood bin.
They only have 6. They only have 6.
Contact.
Yeah,
So
we're good to go.
that brings out
Thomas
one
back
of the
on.
youngsters, Carly Henwood, who made her debut for Australia at the Olympics. This is her first World Series tournament. New Zealand's gone long and it's going to sit up for them, and it's Henwood with the chase and has some nice support from Kaslik, who's looked really lively in this match. Oh, Hines is hit. Poldy Lane has been everywhere in defence. Henwood in front of her post. Ball spills out, but Nathan's there just enough to tidy up. Miller comes at her. And again, it's New Zealand who've just been on everything in the second half. Paul, one way then the other, and then just barges her way. It just seemed like they've upped the physical prowess, the physical game, New Zealand. Poldy Lane. Hiddeny braces herself for contact as Henwood comes at her. New Zealand with Nuku. And now Felix Hotham again, switching back for Nuku on the inside. Another good covering tackle made by Kaslik. Felix Hotham for Poldy Lane. Offload again, and now, Felix Hotham straight into the arms of Maddie Levi, who's away! Teneti's going to chase, but Maddie Levi should have too much. Madison Levi for the 15th try of the weekend for her, an all-time record in a single tournament, and it puts Australia back in front.
Oh, wow. She's had a bit of a tough time on those restarts. They've really put pressure on her. But in open play, her reactions, brilliant. Gets right in the passing channel, steals that ball, and there is no one catching Maddie Levi. Just another day and another record for Maddie Levi.
It's a big play against the run of play.
Yeah.
15 tries in a single tournament. She surpasses the record of Portia Woodman Whitcliffe set in 2015 in Atlanta. Extraordinary number in one weekend. And that one, though, might be the most important. Big collision
Knock
in
on
the
back out.
air as the ball spills. It had already been called knocked on before Levi had, so just under 2 minutes to go and 2 points the difference.
Let's go.
What a high quality final this has been. This set the tone for the next 6-7 months of sevens.
12 black.
Run out of superlatives for the World Rugby Sevens Player of the Year.
I'm good? Okay, thank you. Time is back on. Coach! Bind! Set!
We go New Zealand with Felix Hotham. And here's Caitlin Vahakolo onto the field. Now she has got pace and she's really explosive as well. Gets away from Dennis and then Nuku just hangs on. Vahakolo staying in support of Manaya Nuku. It's a little untidy for New Zealand, but it's quick. Miller and Hiddeny still out there. Key players for New Zealand. Into the final minute now, New Zealand chasing the game. And Australia really connected on defence. Vahakolo back in field. Rolls over the top of a couple of players. New Zealand doing some hard meters at the moment. Pody Lane for Hirini. He's got Faliafunga with her. Dice Faliafunga, some fresh legs out there for some New Zealand. All got a little bit isolated, and it's going to be Caslick on this one to steal it away for New Zealand. Gee, there's fire in Caslick's belly this weekend.
Okay. Use it, please, Gold. Yeah, back where I am.
Australia can control the clock here. They can control the time. They've asked for a scrum.
Line, please. Coach.
A hooter will go shortly for the full time. Australia need to get it in and get it out. New Zealand can put some pressure on. Australia looking to close out a big match, and will do it. Just about. Australia champions in Dubai, back in the winner's circle once more. An absolutely pulsating final between two outstanding teams, and Australia smiles all round for a big match performance.
Congratulations to Australia.